What we have here is an excerpt of the Harry Thomas Show Week in Review from February 7th, 2009. And all the stories that are talked about can be located at harrythomas.info. Check it out over here. Here's an excerpt from that show on the 7th. We were talking about earlier in the show about the militarization of the police. I found this one. I've covered this extensively in the past about the police abuse epidemic. It's on the rise, and it's being caused by the militarization of the police force. The fact that they do not teach their people anymore about what the oath to the Constitution or what the Constitution means. So you would think that if you're going into law enforcement and you swear on an oath to the Constitution, uphold that, protect and serve the community, that part of that training would be what it means to take the oath, what the Constitution means, and they're not. They're just doing whatever they want. Here's one come out February 4th, 2009. Video: cop punches woman in the face 4 times during an arrest for riding a bike. Sheila Stevenson, 42, has filed a civil suit alleging police used excessive force after a Millville police officer, Carlo Drago, stopped her 1 year ago on February 3rd, 2008. And I watched the video, and the video shows, and there's a link to it, Drago attempted to pepper spray Stevenson while she was still on the bike, but instead sprayed himself in the face. First of all, I don't know what he was trying to use pepper spray on her for anyway. He stopped her for riding her bike on the sidewalk. So, even though it's against the law, first of all, how do they have laws anyway, prohibit, whatever. But you ride your bike in America on the sidewalk, you're riding your bike, the cops come up, pepper spray you, throw you to the ground, beat the heck out of you. That's what goes on. This is America. Okay, this didn't happen in Russia, it didn't happen in Germany, this happened right here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's incredible. As Stevenson struggles, a reeling Drago knocks her off the bike and onto the ground. 2 more cops then arrive and haul Stevenson to the curb, one of them seemingly applying the full force of his upper arm into her neck and head. "I'm not doing nothing," Stevenson screams. "Put your hands behind your back." "Can you not do this? I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing," she wails. Drago, clearly in discomfort from using his own pepper spray on himself, where you can see in the video, while the other cops are roughing her up, he's like wiping his eyes, trying to get it all out of his eyes. He obviously he's in pain and frustrated that he sprayed himself in the face. He walks over while the officers had already had her restrained and had her handcuffed. He walks over and aggressively punches her in the face and head 4 times. She says, "Why are you hitting me? You're hitting me. Why are you hitting me? Why did you hit me and I'm handcuffed?" And you know what they said? Relax. Relax. And the police, again, are supporting their cop. Well, actually, Drago resigned in this one, but this next one, the police force are fully behind it. This come out February 6, 2009 on Fox News. A cop rams a car, forces the driver with kids off the road. What happened was, apparently this guy was doing 70 up on the highway. The cop comes up to pull him over. I watched it. The links are right here. You can watch the video for yourself. harrythomas.info. So the cop's pulling this guy over, okay? So there's snow on the ground. There's not there's no guardrail or nothing. He's got kids in his car, so he slows down, he puts his blinker on, gets off at the next exit, and as he's getting ready to pull over down the side of the road, the cop comes in and rams the car with the kids in the car. Well, the guy gets out. He goes, "What the hell are you doing? I got 3 kids in the car." Well, she just arrests him, hauls him off to jail for 2 days. It's incredible. Incredible. For what? For speeding. For you riding your bike on the sidewalk, you get pulled over for speeding, you're just going to get... They do whatever they want. I mean, this is incredible. And the thing is most police officers and stuff are very noble. They are doing their job well. They are protecting and serving their communities and doing what they're supposed to be doing. And this gives a bad name. And you know what? That oath of silence has got to be stopped. You're not going to be able to regain your reputations if you keep allowing your fellow officers to do this. You know, you're holding down a suspect and got the suspect handcuffed, and one of your fellow officers comes up and punches that suspect 4 times, you report them. I'm sorry. You got to start doing it. Good officers are going to have to start standing up, and the more of you that do, the less and less these things are going to happen, and it'll be more acceptable. I mean, you got to go to internal affairs on this stuff. You know, at least don't condone it. You know, tell them you can't do that. Next, I ever see you do that again, and I'll turn you. I mean, 2, 3 of you, you gotta corner your damn fellow officers, and this is ridiculous. And if you are a police officer, please go over to jackmclamb.com and sign up for the Aid and Abet newsletter. And that is an organization called Police and Military Against the New World Order. And educate yourself on what that oath means. You know, you can't just go around beating people up, violating people's rights like that, doing whatever you want. You're not educated in the law that you're took an oath to uphold. Then you really should have no business on the job at all, and you're just helping with a bad name. And the more of you good cops that just keep your mouth shut about these things, you're just making it worse. You're just as guilty as the cop that's violating the human rights of a human being, the rights of a human being. You know, and you should be ashamed of yourself for letting that go on. Every illegal act that you let your fellow comrades do, you're just as guilty of it too. And, you know, I don't see how you can sleep at night when you're just allowing your country to go down the tubes. You know, enforcing laws that are unconstitutional. I mean, that is treason, okay? Find out what treason is. Ask yourself if you are guilty of it. Have you aided and abetted your fellow officers into this police abuse? I mean, and we've seen it to where people are in diabetic shock. They don't respond to the police, and the police are tasering them and beating the heck out of them. They come out of their coma, and they're all beat up. It's incredible. And there you have it. If you want to hear the whole show or any of the Harry Thomas shows, go to harrythomas.info. Check it out. Everything's up in the archives. All the information is backed up in the weekly news section. I want to thank you for listening, and together we will make a difference.